speed, agility, power, momentum, strength, fairies.
Holy shit. Hi, good morning and holy shit. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hello, hi. Welcome to day 3 of the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. I'm sorry for eating potate, but can you blame me? What a hell of a weekend. I don't want to spend too long sitting here going, wow, oh my god, oh shit, oh my goodness, at the top of the stream. I don't want to make that my whole content today. But I gotta take a minute. We gotta break this down. Oh, where's my chat? My chat's gone. Where's my cool chat? Hold on. Oh, hi, Saradamon. Hi, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. I ate chat. I was hungry. Can you blame me? A fairy gotta eat. This is called the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. The Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser is very important. Thanks for checking in, heroes. Y'all had some good quests going on over the course of the last 24 hours when I wasn't streaming. So welcome. Welcome in. Welcome to day 3. We hit 1,000 before this thing even started. We were at 5K at the end of day 1. And then we broke 12? Almost 13? The original goal was $10,000, which would have been enough. I mean, technically 5 would have been enough, but we would have had to figure a lot of stuff out. But $12,000. I've been battling a lot of emotions over the course of the weekend, so I'm going to try to keep this light and fun and not just sit there and just cry into my stream. So, to keep light and fun mode is that $12,000 is enough to take me across the finish line for my whole gender transition. I've talked about this so many times on my stream. I'll say, like, 5 years ago, it was Lawmaster Larai, who was like a professional GM and content creator. She's super cool. We haven't seen her in a long time because she's gone off to like higher education. She's gone for like her masters and shit. She coined the term pussy panties. This dirty term. It's funny because I had this zany dream, this positively insano mode thought that maybe one day I would have a stream that would be successful enough to support my transition. Like, obviously, I'm trying to create a space. I'm trying to share the moment with you, you know, the crystallizing moment. I'm trying to create the space where you can be yourself, you know? Where you can... Diggy, you're here early! Diggy, please make sure you rest, okay? Make sure you're eating and resting and drinking water. Hi, Diggy. Nice to see you. So, yeah, chill. No, that's very true. It's very true. Also, Bailiff, yeah, we'll break it down. We'll break it down in a minute, but I had this fantasy. This absolutely cracked out nonsense fantasy 5 years ago that my stream would be the if I worked hard enough at it, it would be the key to my getting my transition funded. And here we are. 5 years later. I don't make a full-time wage, but it don't matter. This was like the pipe dream. And we're there. I mean, it happened. Wouldn't that be crazy if you did that? Wouldn't that be crazy if 2 of us did that? So, we could break it down, but let's break it down. Okay, let's break it down. So, 10 grand, 11 grand, 12 grand, almost 13? This is, it's officially the biggest fundraiser I've ever been a part of in my life. not counting the stuff we did for like Trans Lifeline, if you count all of the money Trans Lifeline makes with its fundraiser drives and stuff, you know, it's humbling and it's scary and it's the finish line. I out of everything in my life that I planned for my transition, 20 goddamn years, I've been fighting for this. And that's it. Everything's funded. Everything I wanted, everything I dreamed about, everything I even remotely considered. So what do I say? Half the people in the chat right now are people participating, so like I can't even say like thank you without making sure to shout out like the folks who are streaming today. Thank you, Ocean X, Umi, for...
I broke it down too. The adjacent city, that is. Scrumptious taste of hotel pizza with car pepperonis.
Oh, Slyman, are you what happened to Grace all those years ago? Umi, thank you so much for your incredible contribution yesterday. Gamers, if you like Ocean X, she's gonna be drawing Osho-ized donors for the next 6 years of her life. And she's never gonna get a break. Hi, Kithal. Hello, welcome in. I should say hi to everybody. Hi, Umi. Hi, Moosin. Hi, Bongo Goblet. Bongo Goblet, it's nice to see you. Are you today or tomorrow? Hold on, I got mixed up. Let's go over here. Let's flutter over here. We'll go over together. You're tonight. Yeah, you're our closer tonight. So, in the chat, we have the Prolo. Hi, Prolo, Pink Fairy friend. We have Penny Senseless, an amazing pink calico VTuber who I adore. It's Noelle now, a cowgirl innkeeper who I cherish more than life itself. I have Ryuse Shining Heart, who isn't here probably because he's at work. Because he's got a real... No, it's Saturday. Maybe he's sleeping in. I hope he's sleeping in. But it's bad. But he's gonna be here. We got Ren is gonna be here as well. Renmu's gonna be here. And then Tag the Otter is gonna be taking a 10 p.m. slot doing a mini Wizard Day, which is amazing. Wizard Day fundraiser is one of the things that like got me to actually like hang out with Tag and like really talk to him. I stepped in to help out with his Wizard Day fundraiser for Trans Lifeline in February this year, and we made a stronger connection. I met some cool people, I met some not so cool people. We made a big difference for some people, so it was really cool. It was a really neat experience, and I'm really grateful that he invited me to it. And then we got Bagel closing us out at midnight. What? Surrounded, we barely started! Wait, was that... When did that come through? I heard the notification. Is it play... And... Hold on. And Aria too? You both did! I'm like looking at the number. Thank you both so much! Aria, you did. Oh my god. Yeah, Aria, Saradon, thank you both so much. That's incredible and amazing and powerful. And okay, I thank you so much. I see you've selected some rewards. Saradon, I still think less than 5 people have selected the reward that you picked. So if less than 5 people pick it, then everybody gets it. And the same is true with the Valera Twitch panels. I don't know if enough people have selected the Valera Twitch panels to make them out of stock. So it's close on the Valera one. But you've been busy and missed the day of the event. You can't just not help. Oh no, yeah, the other days of Saradamon. We're in day 3. We planned a 4-day event here with a bunch of content creators. It would have been longer. Honestly, it would have been longer, but I thought it would be too hard to manage and I'd be asking too much of our moderators and stuff. But we had so many people who wanted to help. I'm humbled and amazed and baffled that so many people wanted to sign up and take a slot and do fundraiser. And I'll probably keep the campaign open and pass out the link because I wanted to do the TTRPG-a-thon in case people want to get in on it. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is for that because it's just really overwhelming. But Saradamon, thank you so much for the dono. Aria, my friend, thank you so much for the dono. Aria's the guy who makes our website and like the Hodmebot, like does all that incredible coding work. And Aria's a streamer on his own too, so you should check him out. And Alexandria, hi. Hi, hello. I'm sorry. My thoughts are more collected now today. I've had a chance to, like, process. Alexandria has donated over $3,000 to this campaign. If there's a reason that we got over the finish line, Alexandria is fully a quarter of it at this point. Almost a quarter. Alexandria, thank you. I almost threw up yesterday. I won't belabor the point because that's kind of potentially gross to think about, but hey, and an anonymous, thank you so much for $25 to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Everything helps. 25 bucks is not a small donation. That's really significant. That's like a full meal for me and LMD while I'm healing. I appreciate you so much. So, campaign goals. You have a happy coincidence to share. What's your happy coincidence? What happened? What happened? What happened? You wish you could have helped. Potate, no, seriously. Just being here, being a number in the chat, being the red 1 added onto that red CCP number is bigger than you think. Because the more views we have, the closer we get to front page or to recommendations. The more active our chat is, the more we get recommendations. So, you're here, you were promised magical fairy beats. You brought glow sticks and fairy MDMA, but you didn't do that last bit because your lawyer said not to. Yeah, I don't recommend fairy MDMA. I recommend fairy, like, pixie sticks, where it's just sugar. You hope we hit the stretch goal today, that when you open tomorrow, you're like, so what now? Listen, you and every other streamer in this thing. We cleared so many goals so quickly. A bunch of people have gone live, like, already past the goal. So... the VGen artist you've been watching for a few months possibly commission your 3D model. Oh yeah, you mentioned that yesterday. I was really excited to hear that. They did such a good job. Please feel free to name drop me and be like, yo, Hesper talked you up, because really they deserve it. We had some delays. They had some life issues, and they were very communicative about it. And they were very clear about it, and the end result was so good. It's so close to the reference art. Alexandria, have you seen? Let me take a little aside off of the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser for just a second here, because I want to show you this. Stream avatars, fairy model. Let me find my documentation, reference art. I just really need to share this with you. Where's my, this one? This one. Here's the reference art. Here's the final. I mean, can we talk about how close they stuck to the reference art? And how much Mana's style, Mana's unique art style, made it through into the final model? Honestly, V-Lightning did such an incredible job, and I cannot shout them out enough. And they were so nice, and they were so communicative, as I talked about my previous, like, negative experiences working with a model artist. And they were like, yeah, I won't do that to you. And they didn't do that to me. They were professional through and through. Yeah, Mana's art is extraordinary. If I could have... Mana does art because art is their creative outlet, and Mana does not do art as a business, but I absolutely would have, like, been like, hey, Mana, you want to offer some art slots for the Donathon? But I wouldn't want to put that kind of pressure on them, especially not right now. They're dealing with some stuff, so. But yeah, it turned out super great, Alexandria. You get some good reference art, and this artist, V-Lightning, has a specialty in adapting 2D designs into 3D. That's, like, they told me that, like, that's basically my specialty. That's the thing I'm, like, really focused on and good at. And they did not disappoint. So, oh, hell yeah, Alexandria. That's so exciting. That's so exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. Please let me know. Like, if you're willing to share, please share with me. I want to see the progress. You could be my model sister! After donating $3,000 to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. If bottom surgery is so good, why no bottom surgery 2? I would love to avoid bottom surgery 2. We call that a revision, and it's needed if you don't heal right. I would prefer to only need bottom surgery 1, actually. You never have an issue with an artist saying, hey, stuff came up and I need a bit more time. Yeah, no, I I have an artist helping me with some upgrades on this model as well. And they were like, a couple of days ago, they were like, hey, it's okay if you want to drop me. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this in time. And I was like, what do you mean drop you? You've been so good. How much more time do you need? And they were like, I don't know, like, could be 3 or 4 months.
Merry Christmas.
And I was like, fine. Hell yeah, let's do it. And they were like, what, really? And I was like, yeah, dude, like, I'm not on a timetable here. Like, please take your art is best when it's not rushed. I firmly believe this. Also, Tayu, thank you so much for the sub. Tayu, goated as hell. Tayu, top on the list of people I wanted to invite to the fundraiser to take a slot. Tayu the goat, everybody. One of my comfort streamers. One of my favorite folks on Twitch. Thank you so much for the sub, Tayu. I can tell the story now. I guess we're in the victory lap. I can tell the story about what happened. Why so many people wanted a slot and didn't get one. So I opened up a server with a bunch of people, and the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser, and it took a little bit to get it populated because we were like working on some stuff, but I got, some people who I thought wanted to like, come in and help moderate, some people who wanted to come in and like help with art assets and stuff, and I was like, okay, we'll set this up, and I want to give y'all priority because y'all are here helping me organize this thing. I want to give you guys first pick of slots. And they were like, okay. And so I put up the sign up thing, and it filled up in under 2 hours. Because a lot of people I thought were just going to be like peripheral or mod staff were like, let me stream. And there were some people who were like, wait, are you inviting people? And then like in my DMs, like, let me in. Oh, let me skip this song. I'm going to make a new playlist at some point for the Zelda songs. So it filled up pretty much instantaneously. It filled up so instantaneously. And I had people in my DMs that I had to open an additional day because people were so eager to help out with this. I actually added Thursday as a bonus day just to give some slots to people who really wanted a slot. So there were so many people I wanted to invite to this thing, and I just wasn't able to. I go down the list. I think Tayu and Vivi kind of come first to mind, but there's like a big list of people. I added Monday too. Don't tempt me. There's still people who want to stream for this thing. Can we add Tuesday as well? I'll join. I mean, y'all got the dono links. I can give you the overlay. I'll keep the campaign open if you really want. I can keep the campaign open, but you're not required. It's not necessary. I don't want to. Oh, listen, I don't want to sound greedy, but everything really does help. Everything really does help. We'll talk about it. I'm not gonna plan this live on stream. Also, hi Fina, welcome in. Hi Tiny, welcome in. And yes, Seratamon, exactly that. I need an extra 4 months to finish your things. Oh, that's 4 months more experience I get for free? Rad. Yeah, as long as the artist is communicating. No, Noelle, you are the merriest of Christmases already. Let me be clear. We'll break down the stretch goals here. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about what the money's actually going towards. So, $10,000. Let's break that down first. We'll start at the beginning. Also, hi Arba. Thank you to everybody who donated. It was really wild as I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna remember who donated for the future months? Like when I'm greeting people in chat, like how am I gonna remember who gave how much? And people have given like hundreds of dollars. And at this point, I don't have to worry. Because everyone did. Everyone helped. I was going through the files yesterday and just seeing so much stuff that I just missed because it wasn't during my slot or like I was trying to eat dinner or something. People from every community I'm a part of have come out for this. I'm stunned. It's very difficult. The exciting thing about running a big campaign like this successfully is you could make it an annual event to raise money for a trans health nonprofit if you were so inclined. Alexandria, let me tell you something. I was talking to Prin about this last night, and it sprang from a joke. It was, boy, oh boy, I would love to live in precedented times, you know? I would love to raise money for someone other than myself or one of my immediate friends. And we do charity fundraisers. Beard's Buddy or Tags Wizard Day for Trans Lifeline, or my work with Trevor Project. Like, you could so the vibe of that conversation, without giving away some specifics, is we want to pay it forward. And I won't have anything else that I need at that point. Like, the idea of living without a crippling crisis looming over my head is so hard to process, because I've been in crippling crisis for like 20 years. And I'm imagining a version of me now. I'm forced to imagine a version of myself who does not have a crippling crisis looming. A version of me who has enough. My basic needs taken care of. What do I do with that? What do I do with a version of me who does that? Well, we pay it forward. We take that energy that I was using to navigate crippling crises, and we pay it forward. We do more for other people. We use that platform and that stability to grow the community in other ways and help other people who need it. And I can't fucking wait for that, man. I can't fucking wait for that. It's so much easier. This is an astonishing and impossible to navigate minefield of emotions. I'm so tired. Raising money for Trevor Project? Man, we raised boob dollars for Trans Lifeline earlier this year in February. That shit, that's a breeze. I love that shit. I love working on that stuff. It's so much easier than this. We raised over $8,000 for Trans Lifeline earlier this year. I stepped in to help Tag manage the Wizard Day fundraiser, which on a day where nothing noteworthy happened, we play wizard-related games and raise money for trans people. It's a really cool fundraiser. So yeah, no, I got you, Weems. I appreciate you. There's no denying certain things now. Certain things have solidified in my head. You want to hear an itty-bitty sneak peek of something I'm working on? Absolutely, please, Alexandria. I would love to. But Heifer, what about the trans wizards? Oh, we got them. We fucking got them. We got them, Tech. Hi, Juan. Welcome in. You would love to do a proper donathon where we stream 24/7 for the donated time. I think that sounds rad as hell, Arya. I think in the past we've had people cover midnight slots and like overnight slots and actually run these things overnight. Getting moderation and management for that stuff overnight can be difficult. But in the past we've done that. I mean, like, we've had things just run around the clock. I think that'd be rad as hell. Or do you mean like where you're just live and pulling an all-nighter? Because that stuff's wild. People who can do that are made of different stuff. Jing has done it. I've watched Jing do it. All of positivity just crams into a cabin somewhere. Wait, no, you're cooking. Wait, no, that's thrilling to me. You're cooking. Around the Shrock. You happen to currently own the domain for transgirlsurvivalguide.org. Ooh! Alexandria, listen, I happen to know a pretty good web dev by the name of Arcade Aria. You've done some 24+ hour streams. You're doing one next week for the your donathon? Your November donathon, Noel? Breakfast time for me. I leave a lurk here for you during it. Thank you, Kithol. I appreciate that so much. Have a wonderful breakfast. I hope you get fat and protein and salt. Is that the coolest and most rad fairy this side of the Feywild? Bergamot where? I'll fuck her up. I'll fucking kill her. Oh, you mean me? Or do you mean Prolo? Because Prolo's here too. Proloe's here too. Old Man Windbreaker, hi, hello. Welcome in, it's nice to see you. We're ending with one. Yep, that's rad. Noelle, if you're accepting, listen, I might sleep for a year when this is over. I might go full Sleeping Beauty in a glass coffin. But like, if not, if you're taking submissions for people to stop in and say hi and celebrate you, I would love to do that. Quattro does an annual 24-hour charity drive that you've been helping with the last few years. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. And seeing the streamer hit the wall at a different point each year is funny and good clickbait. You can hit the wall too. It's just blood sugar. So Radamon, if there's one thing I've learned about streaming really long, it's usually just blood sugar. Like, because we stream and we don't eat, right? Depending on where your glycemic index is on the food you're eating, you either spike early in stream or spike late in stream and get to coast down from it if you've eaten like lots of like low glycemic index foods. This is the thing about nutrition that a lot of gamers just don't know. A lot of gamers just don't know this about nutrition. Hi, Tickery! Hello! That's a... Wait, hold on. That's a kobold! Oh, wait, actually, I just had a really killer idea. What if a bunch of kobolds got together to raise money for, like, a trans charity? What if we did, like, the yip yap yourself stream? Yip yap be yourself? And we did, like, a kobold collab? And all of the kobolds I know got together and did it? Wait, what if we did that? Wait, that sounds like a really rad way to start, like... Ah, that's such a cool idea! Pin it!
Yeah.
Not to the chat. There's no good message to pin to chat for it, but like in your brain. Also, so tired too! Wait, all the kobolds came out when I brought the kobold out. Hi, everybody. Well, that's one of our stretch goals. It's this one here. I'll let the fairy talk about it though. So let's talk about this. Shinies for Sergies. You know, otters that would be a part of this. Listen, we can give you like little horns. We can give you a little horns headband, and we can pretend you're a kobold. We can be like, yeah, tag the kobold. He's totally a kobold. What are you talking about? You could get little floopers if you want to. We put little floopers on the headband. Kobold me for a day. Tag one of our other incredible streamers from this event. Hi, Tag. How are you doing, dude? Tag the otter live at 10 p.m. Eastern today. Tag has an incredible thing planned. I was just talking about you. I was talking about the Wizard Day for Trans Lifeline stuff that you host in February that I got to help out with. That was so incredible. I was talking about the opportunity to pay this all forward. I was talking about what it's going to be like when I don't have a looming crisis in my life that I need to ask for help with. Because it's not something I'm very familiar with. And all of this, I just imagine, right? If you are holding a rope and you are pulling 3,000 pounds every day, and suddenly you're only pulling 1,000 pounds, you got 2,000 pounds of extra strength. What else can you pull with that? I'm gonna have superpowers. They're gonna turn my Audi into an innie, and I'm gonna gain the ability of laser vision. Like, what's gonna happen? I don't even know. Don't know and become Kobo? Actually, that's brilliant. What if I just did like 5-minute kobold doodles for people who donated? Oh wait, actually, because I turned a bunch of my friends into kobolds. Have you seen I turned Oceanax into a kobold one time? Hi Mimi, welcome back in. It's nice to see you. Yeah, you know, that sounds incredibly rad. But yeah, no, Tag, I was shouting you out. We raised boob dollars for Trans Lifeline. It was a really amazing thing to be a part of, and I met some really cool people during it, and I was so excited. I was so excited to get to work with Tag on something, because it's been a long time coming. I love Tag the Otter. I love this fucking otter so much. It's one of the coolest people on this platform, and genuinely one of the people that I would most want to be friends with. Like, if we had the time to pursue, like, a friendship outside of streaming, like, Tag is, like, #1 on my fucking list. I'm in full... I don't have the energy for artifice or deception or clout farming at this point. This is the rawest version of Pepper you're gonna get. Tag, I would have a fucking drink with you, buddy. I think you're so cool. We raised, yeah, $8,008, boob dollars. And we went beyond that, but like, it was an incredible thing to get to be a part of. And Tag does this really, I shouted him out, but I'll do it again. Tag in February, look out for him. He does Wizard Day for Trans Lifeline. On a day where nothing else of note happened, we play wizard games to raise money for trans people. Also, hi, Jade. Yeah, the Fundathon has reached $1 bajillion. You're actually correct. We were just going over that. Yeah, Raz, yeah, touch scaly tail, like the Ken Ashcorp song. Tickery's very cute. Tickery is super cute and super cute thick tail. Tickery is, I checked on her stream, Tickery is 60% tail. I used the command. Next goal is $1 William. Yeah, Prolo. So, $1 million forever. Well, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's talk about where we made it and what's left. And then hopefully this is the last time I ever need to do a fundraiser for myself or one of my immediate friends in crisis. Tiltify. Here we go. So we set a goal at... Wait, Soda Pop! Hold on, I missed your dono. Soda Pop, thank you so much for $40 more. Excuse me? Sorry. Thank you very much for donating to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. That puts us $95 away from our next stretch goal, which I haven't even gotten to describe yet, and we are 20 minutes into stream, 30 minutes into stream, half an hour into stream. I haven't even gotten to talk about this yet. So, okay. The original goal was $10,000, and I thought there's no way we were gonna hit it. I genuinely thought, no, that's 20K, Tiny, but we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this. 20K is the imaginary dream goal. That's the joke goal. That's the goal where I don't have any. That's the goal where I become a nun. I don't know. But let me. And yes, Noelle, your art is fucking adorable. You have this beautiful like soft style, and we all really appreciated it. And your posing is so charming. Okay, so 10,000 was the original goal. That's there. That's where that is. We're almost 30% of the way past the original goal. So 10K was, we'll break it down like this. So at 1,000, we had a milestone for Positivity Plays with Proximity Chat. That's going to be a fun stream. We're going to play something chaotic and fun with Proximity Chat. It's going to be Positivity streamed up together to celebrate $1,000. 2,000, Hepper Hosts becomes a stream series. With proper branding, we put it on the schedule. I make it a thing that we do sometimes where I invite people from other streams and other communities to come on and play a game with me. They bring the game and I host it on my stream and we play something that I don't know or something that's fun or something that's their favorite thing to do. The first one is Prin bringing a game. Prin's bringing Fortune Street, which is one of my favorite games and I would love to play it with her. We're starting easy. And then if anybody else wants to do Hepper Hosts, I'll bring Armello and we can play Armello because nobody plays that with me. At 3,000, we do another stream series as well. Another stream series becomes formally branded and formally part of the stream. The Midnight Grind, which I was doing anyway, but I want to formalize it. And we'll do a stream series specifically about grinding towards cap in an MMORPG. Around midnight, I will launch a series of like low energy, like kind of chill midnight vibes streams where we play a game like an MMORPG, open to play with, just kind of vibing and grinding and doing song requests and listening to music and stuff. Do you have a stretch goal for your car's transmission? I'll get there, Stoffamil. I do. You love Armello when it works. Tickery, you don't happen to have any like USB foot pedals or anything, do you? Because like cheap USB devices breaks a certain generation of Unity games, and that's the problem I have is that the foot pedals I use to control like my wings and stuff break Armello if they're plugged in. So I just unplug them and it works. Transing the car as well. Damn straight, Mystic. Also, hi Leon, welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat and the follow. It's super nice to see you. It's super nice to meet you. So you've never played Armello, but would love to play with Hepper. It's one of my favorite games. I adore that game. But I'm getting off topic. You do, but it's usually networking stuff. Yeah, well, that's true. You're in a different region than me. You're across the pond, aren't you? So, okay. So Midnight Grind, which I think we figured out. I'm gonna launch probably next week, since we smashed this goal on day one. I'm gonna launch this probably next week. There's an event going on in DDO, which is my favorite MMORPG. We'll probably grind out there's a set of fairy wings you can earn as a reward for their current event, and I think that would be a really cool thing to grind out. I haven't played DDO in a long time, so. Also, hi Ren, one of our streamers from today. Hi Ren, welcome in. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I think, with the exception of Bagel, I think everybody who's streaming today is in here right now. It's super rad of you all to be here to kick it off with me. So, yeah, we smashed the midnight grind goal before midnight. Oh, Bagel's here, Ryu wasn't. Oh, hi, Bagel. I don't know if I said hi to you. Hi, Bagel. Okay, so, $4,000, another stream series, and the final stream series unlock for the fundraiser, community choice. Because a lot of times, people in the community will be like, Hepper, have you played such? Hepper, have you played this? Hepper, have you played Radical Rex? You should play Radical Rex. Hepper, play Radical Rex. And so, since I get so many submissions, it makes sense to kind of put them together into like a poll and do a poll in the Discord or something and vote on what game Hepper's gonna play that she's never played before that the community has suggested for her. So, we're starting with Radical Rex on the SNES, which is, I'm told, a game about a skateboarding dinosaur that I need to find out. And it's gonna be a stream series. It's gonna be formalized with branding and logo and put on the schedule properly. And I look forward to this one a lot. Bump, 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 because I really like playing stuff that I haven't played before. It's like my favorite stream vibe of discovering something new and exciting. And y'all have so much cool stuff to show me. It's cool to formalize it. Ren, thank you so much for stopping in your break. These days, what can we do with the rupees? Mystic, it's in progress right now. It is in progress. The store is not available. There are a couple of commands that are available. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. We're talking about the fundraiser thing. At 5,000, and this is a big one. We hit this. We almost cleared this on day one. At 5,000, that is the Amity Ann. Hello, thank you. Wait, is that a ship name? Is that what I'm looking at right now? Is this an Owl House ship name as your username? Hi, Amity, welcome in. Thank you so much for the first time chat. It's so nice to meet you. My name's Hesper Lightwing. I'm your companion fairy, and I'm doing a big old fundraiser to help me pay for my medical expenses. And that's the goal, and that's where we're at. So I'm just going over the milestones right now so we can catch everybody up. At 5,000 was the big one. So I have health insurance. This is the thing. I have health insurance now thanks to you. Thanks to everybody here, donating and supporting with bits and subs and direct donos. I'm able to pay my monthly health insurance bill and actually have health insurance, which means I get my prescriptions paid for and I get my medical care paid for. So there is a thing in the United States called a maximum out-of-pocket expense. And that is the thing with your insurance, where your insurance will pay for your medical stuff because you pay monthly for your insurance, right? So you have a $30,000, emergency knee surgery or whatever. Your insurance pays the doctor for that, so you don't get crippled with debt for the rest of your life. There is some liability to you as well. In the American health system, you have to pay too. But you have to pay a certain amount based on your insurance. And my maximum yearly out-of-pocket cost is $5,000. That's the maximum amount, according to my plan, that my insurance company will make me pay for most treatments and surgeries. And so, barring an actual quote on the surgery, which I do not have and cannot get because that's the way the American healthcare system works, I kind of got to roll the dice. But if we understand our plan correctly, the maximum out-of-pocket for a year for me is $5,000 USD, which means my surgery will cost that much to me. That's what my liability will be. My surgery has, my insurance covers 90%, up to $5,000. So they cover 90%. It might even cost less than this. Like if it was a $30,000 surgery, my liability is $3,000. So it might even cost less than this. This is a highball number. And we blew it out of the water basically in the first day. Which means my bottom surgery is funded. My long-awaited bottom surgery I've fought for 20 fucking years. I thought I was never going to have this finish line in my sights, much less clear it. is fully funded. Thank you so much for the dono. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's an emote. I'll pronounce it like this. Thank you so much for the follow, new friend. Welcome in. It's wonderful to see you. No more bottom for Hepper. They're gonna saw me in half. I'm just gonna wheel myself around on a platform like a weird mutant from Mad Max. Bottom surgery. The bottom's getting removed. They're turning my Audi into an innie tag. No, but thank you. So 5,000 is pretty much the guarantee that my bottom surgery is funded, and we're not even halfway to where we're at. So at 5,000, I'm gonna do a Zelda 2 key sanity randomizer. Zelda 2 is my favorite Zelda game. Hello, welcome in, Empress Hold TV. Thank you for the first time chat. My name's Hesper Lightwing. I'm your companion fairy, and today this is day 3 of the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. We're raising money for my gender-affirming surgeries, and it's gone, let's say, really off the rails. Zelda 2 Key Sanity Randomizer means I play Zelda 2, which is my favorite Zelda game. It is off to maligned. A lot of you have never seen it. It's the second Zelda game in the series ever made, and it's one of my absolute faves. And a Key Sanity Randomizer means every item's location in the game is fully randomized. And that means including like the little experience point bags that are lying around and every key from every dungeon. So, yeah, Noelle's finally playing it. It gets unjustly hated on. Well, I mean, it gets justly hated on too, to be fair, but it also gets unjustly hated on. So that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that punishment stream, particularly. So, at 6K, I do an art stream. Am gonna do an art stream. So what is Enum? You see it on there. Well, this is Enum. This is the fantasy world that I stream from. This is my home. The world of Enum, beneath the goddess tree, in the light of the goddess Lyria. This is where our actual play campaign that we do on Sundays on Ocean Axis channel takes place. In the world of Enum. If you're an Expanse Enduring fan or you enjoyed our side games, they all take place in the same world. And that's Enum. And so I'm going to do a stream, or perhaps multiple streams, I don't know, we'll see how successful and fun it is, where I do an art stream and I doodle stuff. And with your help, we will design some NPCs to populate the world of Enum. That may show up in Expanse Enduring, that may show up in future projects. But either way, we're going to design some NPCs together. It'll be a good time. You're expecting so many kobolds on the art stream. Yeah, there's 2 types of kobold now, so... And I'm not a great artist, so it's going to be interesting. Hesper, shut up. No, you shut up. I'm not... in the shadow of the other artists in my chat, Hi, Higgs, welcome in. At 7,000, this is a fun one. Because I've been noodling a game design idea. I was, Worm on a String, thank you for the 25! Thank you for... That puts us $60 away from the next stretch goal, and I haven't even gotten to explaining it yet. Thank you so much, Worm. I appreciate you so much. Also, good morning, my love. Good morning, my wife, Love Me Deadly, who I love very much. I'm having a wonderful day. Also, wait, when did you hit partner? Holy shit, congrats. Worm, thank you so much. If I may ask, are you a game dev and a trans woman? Those are correct. Yes, those are correct things about me. Absolutely, those are true. So I mean, it's that funny thing, right? That's the number of trans women in game dev is like higher than the incidence of trans women in other careers. I think it's something about creativity and the desire to escape, but I don't know. Yeah, Tag. So before I became a streamer, I was a game developer. As a hobby, I wasn't like a professional game dev. I haven't shipped anything. But I taught myself Unreal Engine. I taught myself Unity. So when it comes to like a lot of the stuff I do for stream, a lot of the stuff is stuff I've coded myself. Like my whole economy system, the whole rupee system, or like your check-in redeems or things like that. It's all right in C#. I'm a developer. I went to school for programming, so. So before I was a streamer, I fancied myself a game dev. I have a couple of prototype projects I've worked on. I've built playable games, nothing that's release ready, but technically, Tag, if I sent you a little program, we could play a little furry space animals shooter together today. We could be little furry space animals and shoot each other with laser guns. It's thing. It was called Furlancers. It's very clever. I stopped this stuff because streaming has taken like pretty much all of my free time. But so for this stretch goal, prototyping a game in UE5, I will bust out Blueprint. I will dust off my incredibly rusty game dev chops, and I will start prototyping a game idea that I've been thinking about. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Kind of basic easy mode. Bang out a prototype for a game. Couple of streams in, we'll probably have something playable. Maybe I'll even ship it on the Discord, and we'll have a good time with it. I'll show you my process, such as it is. As embarrassed as I am to show this, I'll show it. And at 8,000 raised, I'll do a dev stream with some voxel art, which is something I'm a little bit more confident in. I use a program called Cubicle on Steam. It's available on Steam. It's really easy to make voxel art for your games. It can export all different model formats. And I'll make some more character art and some game art for the game that we're gonna make. And then we'll slap that into the game prototype and have some cool voxel art for it. I'm excited to do this one in particular because I really like doing this kind of art. It's really chill and really nice. Your first proper thing you helped out with on the dev side comes out in 3 days. Looking forward to it, but also nervous. Oh, hell yeah, Hobbert! Hell yeah, Hobbert! That's really exciting! Listen, that's shipping! That's the first question they ask you if you want to get a job in the game dev industry is, how many games have you shipped? That's literally the first question most people will ask you. Magna, how would one do such a thing? Could you provide an example? Press A to launch a dodgeball at the ferry? That's an interesting mechanic. I wonder if that's a thing you could do. You want to try getting into game dev stuff one day? Maybe a few friends you know can give you some pointers? Yeah, let me tell you, Unity and Unreal Engine are both free to download. And there's tons of tutorials on YouTube on learning how to do it. Listen, Nova, you'll see. When we do the dev stream, you'll see how unimpressive what I'm doing is. You will go, I could do that, when you look at it, because you could. Are you prepared for people to say, Hesper, you won't do that no balls post-operation? I'm already there, Mystic. I had my orchiectomy like 2 years ago. Hesper's been a no balls streamer for a long time. It's a little dirtier than I want to go into stream today, though.
I can do it 9 times.
And yeah, Godot is also very solid. It's harder to learn, in my experience, but it's free and it doesn't have a lot of the problems, like the corporate affiliation problems that things like Unity do. At least it doesn't yet. Hesper, all you need to do is pass an execution line from the player to an object in UE and you'll go wow. From the player to an object. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, I can do that. That's pretty easy. Okay, no, Wolfwings, you're right. But I would not suggest someone start learning how to program in Quake. There's so much in that code base that just doesn't make sense. You hate Blueprint interfaces? That's fair. I love Blueprint interfaces because I don't have to write code. Hi Faye, welcome in. Nice to see you. Thanks for checking in. Doesn't make sense how you call. Yeah, so what does make sense is the dev stream for voxel art where we're gonna break down some voxel art. I'm gonna make some stuff. Hi Nog Baby! Hi Nog Baby, I hope you got some good sleep. You had a really stressful day yesterday and I hope your partner's doing okay. You've always wanted to develop some sort of racing game, mainly inspired by Extreme G with various VTubers. Let me tell you something about Extreme G, Daniel. Extreme G is a take on F-Zero. Extreme G is a high-speed, stick-to-the-track racing game with sliding based on F-Zero. It's a take on the F-Zero formula. F-Zero is one of my top 5 favorite games of all time, specifically F-Zero X on the Nintendo 64. One of my top 5 video games of all time, period. If you put together a racing game with VTubers based on one of my favorite games of all time, I would pre-order that shit at the highest tier possible. You meant more if they're making a game dipping your toes in something like making levels. Oh, that's fair, yeah. I mean, solo game dev is hard. You gotta wear a lot of hats. There's a lot of different, like, sciences that are involved in game dev. Art, music, design, level design, programming, marketing. There's a lot of different hats you gotta wear to do a solo dev thing, so yeah. So how do I feel about Redout? I've never played Redout. I've actually never played Redout. I did play a game on stream though, called Aero GPX, which I played during the Steam Next Fest a couple years ago. Aero GPX, which is like a modern indie take on F-Zero, and it's an incredible game that I love a lot. You're personally stuck in the art part as you want it to look better than boxes when you start prototyping. Prototyping! The word prototyping, Stoffemel. Do you know how Nintendo developed Splatoon? The characters were colored squares until like halfway through Splatoon's development. Like, don't be afraid to make everything look like a box. You can always plug the art in. You can't plug in a good game design. Soda Pop, thank you so much for the dono. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, make it exist, then make it pretty. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. That's the best advice I ever got. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Just do it. Make it. You can make it good later. Redout is basically F-Zero on crack. I'm curious to try it. I remember the name. Was it? I want to say it was. It's a 3D era game, but I don't remember where it was. Balance is the key. Yeah, you're right, Diggy. Redout's so old. The graphics remaster re-release is almost 10 years old now. Wow. Sorry, I'm koofing a bit. I've been streaming a lot the last 2 days. I've done my best to be present for every stop on the fundraiser train. So, my throat's a little raw at this point. But we're still getting through here. At $9,001, the dated meme. This is where Alexandria pushed us past this yesterday. Alexandria VT donated just to get us to $9,001 because it's over 9,000! It's a dated meme. It's classic. It's a classic. You can't not do it on a fundraiser. And so I have a very special friend by the name of Ryusei Shining Heart who is taking a slot today. There's no way that can be right. There is a very special friend of mine, one of my closest friends in the world, a man who I love more than life itself, Ryusei Shining Heart, the most powerful wizard of all time. A dragon is what he is, and wizardry is what he does. He plays a collection of beloved retro titles from your childhood and mine. He's one of my closest friends in the world. I love him. We do a thing, or used to do a thing called Throwdown Thursday. We would grab like a fighting game, or like side by side, like, you know, the ending of The Wizard with Fred Savage, where they're playing Super Mario Bros. 3 competitively. We do that. And he's got a Dragon Ball Z game lined up for me. Something that he knows that I don't. Skip this song again. Hold on. It's like, it's fine. I just wish it wasn't in this playlist. Anyway. This is, by the way, this is a playlist of Bulby music. Bulby is amazing. Here is the playlist that I am listening to in question. Oh, Marshall, you underestimated some kobolds. Oh, rest in pepperoni, Marshall. Bulby. This is Bulby. He makes a delightful series of like remakes and demakes and reimaginings of retro game music. So Throwdown Thursday comes back, at least for a little bit. Anonymous, thank you so much for the $5 dono. I really appreciate that. With enough drops, you can fill a bucket, and $5 is not a small donation. That is a chunk. That is 2 tacos. Thank you very much for 2 tacos. Have you ever considered how many unique characters you can create? There's no reason to do that. You can only portray one character once. Oh, that's very bad advice. Listen, I'm lucky I'm able to form complete sentences right now. Can't stay long, but good luck on the fundraiser. Marshall, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. I would love to say thank you for your contributions because I feel like you did, but I could not remember for the life of me. There have been so many. Thank you, Marshall, for being here. We got an ad break coming in 1 minute. It's gonna be a 3-minute ad break, a perfect time to stretch, get some water, do a snack, do a little dance, whatever you gotta do. We do 3 minutes of ads every hour in order to please Papa Bezos, so that he does not hit newcomers to the stream with pre-roll ads, which are the stream killer. Yeah, that's right. You donated a Scott slot. Thank you, Marshall, very much for your donation. I really appreciate you. Hopefully, that fits the silly but incorrect bad advice tone. It felt like a good fit given your vibe, or given your video. Well, I mean, like, try to read chat while overwhelmed with kindness. You totally won't flub it, trust me. Or like ladders, or just floor that lets you walk upwards and downwards. I'm your companion fairy. I give you advice on stuff. That's what I do. Go to Death Mountain. The world is literally in danger and you're playing a fishing game. Go to Death Mountain. All right, ad break starts in 5 seconds. We're gonna take a break going over the incentives until we're back. Because the 10K goal is the next one. I don't wanna miss that. Happy morning. Hope you have a fantabulous day. Hi, Zero. Welcome in. It's nice to see you. Genuinely professional game dev advice. Don't update your engine mid-project unless you absolutely can't avoid it. Yeah, do not. Do not. Incidentally, that's what I did. That cost me my entire workspace for VTuber models. I updated mid-project. With a bunch of stuff already made, I updated the version of Unity I was using because there was a later version of the VSF avatar SDK that's specific to Vignon that I wanted to install, but it requires a later version of Unity than I was working with. And I updated my project and lost everything. So I had to rebuild both the fairy model and the kobold model, basically from scratch. But Hasbro, look at this cool fish I got from fishing. You got that from Ren, don't lie. You stumbled into a game that implemented ladders by changing gravity, to the wall with a trigger brush. Changing gravity direction is a really cool way to do a ladder, actually. Games that change the gravity direction are actually really cool. You'd think it'd be super easy, but a lot of game engines, like authoring softwares and stuff, have gravity kind of hard-coded to one direction. Like Unreal, for example. Doing changing gravity on Unreal is really hard. You gotta write custom physics for that. You've seen so many game devs that fall apart due to engine updates and changes. It's rough. It's rough. Yeah, what Alexandria said, absolutely that. I look forward to getting utterly schooled in game dev by a bunch of people who are better at it than me. Yeah, you can change it in Unreal, but it doesn't work super well for collision with the new floor. Well, it depends. Are you using one of like the built-in prototypes for a character controller? Like the capsule character controller with like the basic built-in controls and stuff? Because that's really robust and really customizable, but it does not work properly unless the gravity direction is straight down. Or if you rotate it, it doesn't work properly. If you rotate it along an axis that takes its bottom off the floor, it breaks down, it fully breaks down. So you gotta write a full custom character controller if you want to do gravity changes, and like you lose a lot of Unreal functionality like right out the gate if you do that. So it's like, it's the trade-off, right? Like, do you want to write a full custom character controller class or not? And usually the answer is no. I don't plan on doing that for this prototype. I plan on using as many pre-built Unreal assets as I can. So, and that's gonna be a lot, including like the Blackboard AI system for crowds, for crowd management. That stuff's cool. I've played with that before. And like the character controller, I'm gonna use that. The networking stuff, the way it does RPCs. If I put multiplayer in this thing, that's cool too. Dumb question, and I figure I'll ask you here. Hesper or chat, are you aware of any modern tower defense games with co-op? I remember playing some awesome Warcraft 3 maps that had that, but not much of a thing now. Last one I can remember is Sanctum 2. I can name a game with co-op that is tower defense-y, but it's not just tower defense-y. It's called Dungeon Defenders, and I adore it. I love Dungeon Defenders, Faye. For all of its controversies, Dungeon Defenders 2 is still a fun game, and it did have some controversies. They did install a bunch of microtransactions that the community rejected, and then they pushed anyway. Dungeon Defenders 2 had a crossover with Terraria, actually. I love Dungeon Defenders. But that's Orcs Must Die. Similar vein. I've watched Jing playing Orcs Must Die on her stream. That looks pretty good. Kind of in the same vein. You've seen a few co-op tower defense games in recent months, but haven't played any of them, so you don't recall their names. Yeah, that's very fair. Welcome back from Ads Gamers. Let's keep moving because we are halfway through our stream slot and not through the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. So, Terraria, Ryusei's favorite game. You know, if Ryusei raises, I think he said $600 on his slot, he's gonna play Terraria. He's gonna devote, by his own words, he'll play Terraria for a month, which is his greatest case of Steam library regret. Terraria. I've reinstalled it too. I plan on bothering the hell out of him while he's playing that. There's fairy wings in that game. So, you played like 10 minutes of Terraria, but you know for a fact that Dev knows who you are. That's a bold claim, Prolo. You remember teaming up with players that had different towers available that made it fun to build varied mazes. I see. We will bully him into holding hands straight down into hell. We will bully him into holding hands straight down the elevator, Mino. Also, Nog Baby, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. My beloved moderator and good friend Nog Baby. So. That was 9,000. Dated meme classic. Ryusei Shining Horn. Hi, Perry. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Perry. A 10K. 10K, we do a celebratory community night on Discord. I open up the voice chat. I invite people in. We play a game together. Just nothing big, nothing elaborate, nothing with tremendous planning. Just we do a voice chat on like Atelier Lumi and we just fucking vibe. Because $10,000 is enough. $10,000 is enough. That's a tremendous amount of money. Enough to cover my surgery, enough to cover my electrolysis, enough to cover the cost of care for my healing process. It's everything. And we went past that. We went past that. So I didn't have an 11K. I was too stunned. We'll figure something out for 11K. I wanted to do a milestone every 1,000. So hi 65, welcome in. It's nice to see you. Good morning. 12,000. $12,000. $2,000 beyond our original goal. The legendary mode stretch goal. And donos are still coming in, but $12,000. The legendary mode stretch goal. I did not think we were going to get to our original goal, but I had floated an idea that for roughly $2,000 more, I could pay for my facial electrolysis too, which is something that is technically optional to this process. But like being AMAB, I get beard and mustache hair. It's a thing that I deal with, and I get a significant amount of it. If I want to go out to the store and go get like a cupcake, it's like 40 minutes of prep. I gotta shave, I gotta put on a bunch of makeup to cover it up, I gotta do a bunch of stuff to make myself presentable. And if I don't like surprises, because if I'm not presentable, I can't do it. It's part of why I'm a VTuber and not like a facecam streamer. Part of why I chose the path of the VTuber as a streamer. Because some days, I just don't have the energy or the time in me to do that amount of prep. But with $12,000, that's roughly enough to cover the permanent removal of all of it. A goal I did not think was possible to reach. And yet here we are, at $12,000. My finish line for my transition. That's it, that's the one. It's done, we did it. 20 years. And I talked about this a bit yesterday. I aged myself. I told y'all what year I was born in, which is the first time I've ever done that. But I needed everyone to understand how long it's been. Just truly and honestly how long it has been on this process. Without thinking there was ever going to be a finish line in sight. But everything I imagined having done, all the procedures, all the processes, all the surgeries, all the treatments, everything fits in that $12,000. Which means there's a finish line. I can be done transitioning. Like, done. Like no more things on the horizon. No more stuff to strive for or cry about not having or grieve the loss of. I could just be done. And it doesn't feel real. It really doesn't. It really hasn't caught up with me. So, I mean, that's it. That's the number. We hit it. It's done. That's my best guess estimate. Maybe there'll be some changes. Maybe there'll be some things. Maybe it'll cost more. Maybe it'll cost less. But that's it. That's the finish line. Finally be done. I feel like Inigo Montoya when he finally looks at the six-fingered man. Like, I have been in the business of revenge for so long. I do not know what to do with myself now. I'll have to become the Dread Pirate Roberts. Like, what do I do with all that? So, there it is. There it is. That's the finish line, and we hit it. We crossed it. So, what's next? After the legendary mode stretch goal, and also I have some incentives and milestone unlocks for this as well. At $12,000, Bancha takes Hesper through Pokemon Snap, which we've been teasing for a really long time. I recorded a video yesterday when we hit 10K talking about the stretch goal of maybe hitting 12, and by the time I posted the video, we were already halfway there. The video was obsolete within 3 hours. So Pokemon Snap, we're gonna play it. So what's next? What's next after 12 grand? 12,000 fucking dollars of medical expenses. Well, there's other things we need in order to make the process easier. At this point, it's covered. It's not easy, but it's covered. We have a lot of debt left over from other unpaid medical expenses from the move. We did the Faunathon a couple years ago to get us money to move out, and it was wildly successful. But the move cost a lot more than the Faunathon raised, and we've been carrying some credit debt with us. And now this is where the bit about the car comes in. So we have about $6,000 in outstanding credit debt. $2,000 of that is debt from my top surgery, which is covered. The $2,000 debt from my top surgery is already in this fundraiser, and we've already cleared it. So either way, our credit gets freed up a little bit. But that means there's $4,000 left in credit debt from the move and from medical expenses and things, and so we could potentially clear that as well. And so clearing that, what would clearing that mean? Well, it would mean we would have the credit to cover if something goes wrong, or if we have a dire need for something that I can't handle because I'm in recovery, or God forbid LMD gets sick. It would free us up from our credit debt and give us flexibility. And so let me tell you about the car thing. You hope people do contribute more. It's about being sure at this point. Yeah, it's about being sure, right? So, and yes, not familiar, the original, the OG N64 game. Hi Grillson, welcome in. So the car thing. We have a car. We bought a little car, a little Chevy Spark, a little 2017 Chevy Spark when we moved out to Bonchland. Or a little before we moved out to Bonchland. It was a couple of years before we moved out to Bonchland. I don't know what I'm talking about. We bought a little 2017 Chevy Spark in like 2017 or 2018. And this has been our car for a long time. We bought it after we moved out to Washington, I should clarify. And that car has carried us through a lot. That car has been our little baby. We named it Drake before the rapper went off the rails. It was named after a little dragon and not the rapper. And Drake is a little Chevy Spark who has treated us really, really well. Drake has 70,000 miles on him on the original transmission right now. And Drake is not doing good. Drake is very unpleasant to ride in right now. And I'll spare you the mechanical details. My dad was a mechanic. I know some things about this. I will just say that Drake stutters constantly. Stepping on the accelerator does not give you consistent forward movement. Drake's transmission is dying. Actually dying. We took it to a mechanic. The transmission needs a rebuild. The cost of the transmission rebuild is more than the Blue Book value of the car. The car is worth about $7,000, apparently. And the transmission rebuild will cost more than that. And we have a misfiring cylinder in the engine. So it's kind of not a question of if, it's a question of when. When we crossed the Rockies, we went from Washington out to the Midwest. We drove in the little Chevy Spark in the middle of the winter. It was wild. Me and LMD devoted, it was just over 3 days. We really gunned it. And we used the money from the Faunathon to pay for hotels and food and travel expenses and our apartment for the first month. While LMD was trying to find work. And we drove our little Chevy Spark. We packed as much as we could into a 2017 Chevy Spark. And we drove across the Rocky Mountains. 2017, we know. So there are certain transmission codes that qualify for a recall. We don't have the machine required to read the advanced, mechanic codes for it, but we are getting one. We are getting one to see, because there's a 60,000 mile powertrain warranty on this car that we do not qualify for, but for certain codes, because there was a recall, it's a 100,000 mile warranty. I do not think we qualify for this. There's 3 specific codes. I looked this up. We may be able to get our transmission serviced for free at the dealer or for cheap at the dealer, but it may not be worth it. There's a misfiring cylinder, and the car's really bad in the snow, and we live in the American Midwest on one of the Great Lakes now. So there is a version of our future where we need to get a new car very soon. And it's probably a very realistic version of our future. Right now, Drake goes when you step on the gas, and we've been using, LMD has been taking this in and out of the city for work every day, driving about an hour a day with this. All of my medical care, all of my visits use this car. When I am healing from bottom surgery, I will be in the passenger seat of this car going I'm not looking forward to it. And I may ask Misa to drive me places while I am recovering. We'll see what happens. So being free of credit debt, that is a $16,000 goal. Hesper becomes credit debt free. Frees us up to take on the monthly payments for a new car. It's a pipe dream, pie in the sky goal. It is even getting close to it would be incredible. It's already incredible. We're already past our original goal. We're past $10,000. 16 would be enough to free us from credit debt. And help me with medical transportation. In a really significant way. So that's why I've set the stretch goal there. It's a big stretch goal. And I don't know. It's whether or not it happens, we're covered on my surgery, but boy, would it make our lives easier. Boy, would it solve a significant problem for us. So I have set milestones on the way to this stretch goal. I have set a couple of milestones on the way to this stretch goal, and I'll go over them now. At 13,000, the color changing milestone. This is a cool unlock for stream, something I was thinking about doing, but did not want to devote the time and energy to. Well, if one of my moderators or one of the people in my chat would be ever so kind as to demonstrate my color changing feature. It's exclamation point hair color followed by a hex code. I would like to show it off. The sparks were like the Ford Exploder series that were kind of infamous about just munching transmissions. Yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad, Wolf. I think you need a hashtag on there. But I'll grab it. Bum, bum, bum. Look at that. I have color changing fiber optic hair. I'm a very advanced robot, as you can see. And so, I will add a color change feature to all of my models. And this will always be a feature. At the color changing goal, which we hit in $55 more, I will add a feature like this to all of my models. There will be much like the charm spell works with all of my models, the color change feature will work with all of my models in some way or another. You put a U in there, Gabby. Here's my favorite one. Here's literally my favorite one. 69 beef. So, oh, there you go. That's a good one for a low. Boobess. A good option for a reliable old car will be 80s or 90s Honda Accord. Those things just refuse to die. I think we'll skip buying a new 40-year-old car. If we can put historic plates on it, it may be more expensive than what we want to spend. I think I want something reliable with safety features. Hair color, bad bed. How will it work with the Kobold? What a good question, Tiny. We'll have to reach that goal to find out. We'll just have to reach that goal to find out. Who knows? Could be anything. Could even be you. No, we were... Honestly, the ideal would be like an SUV. Something good in the snow, something we can cart our friends around in. That's a little expensive. But moving to the Midwest suburbs and getting an SUV, boy, wouldn't that be the dream. Something practical, good on gas mileage. Like Misa's car, which she talked about. And I forget if she's talked about it like on stream or not, so I'm not gonna, talk about what car Misa drives. That would be weird to do without permission. But like, she has an SUV. I think it's probably beyond the 16,000. I think 16,000 frees us up to take on about $200 a month, because that's our current credit payment. About $200 a month at minimum payments. So we'd be able to get something small and practical, probably something used, something to last us another 10 years. Probably. Right now, we don't have the money for it. Right now, if our car craps out, we're in a little bit of a pickle. And we'll have to figure it out. But thank you so much for the follow, new friend. Welcome to the Glade. It's wonderful to have you. Welcome to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser Day 3, baby. Also, Fatadin, good morning. Good morning. So, color change milestone. We will reach in $55 more. You would say a Subaru as a person from the Midwest if you hit the goal. I see them everywhere here. I see them all over the place, darker midnight. As a newcomer to the Midwest, but somebody who grew up in the Northeast United States, I grew up in New Jersey. I will say, I'm used to driving in snow, but not everybody up here is. Oh my gosh, what is that tune that just played? Let me show you. I love shouting this dude out. Here's the playlist that I'm currently using. This is Bulby. Bulby is a YouTuber who creates these wonderful, wonderful, like, retro and soundtracks and reimaginings of video game music. Sometimes I'll put on some Bulby music in the background while we're streaming. This dude is amazing. He's so good. He makes such good content. Please go check out Bulby. 13,000, the color changing milestone. $55 more, and I will change color on all of my models. That's it. At 14,000, the Super Mario milestone. This is part of the way to clearing that credit debt. This puts us halfway to clearing our credit debt, so that we can lock in my transportation for the surgeries and stuff, like properly. The Super Mario milestone is a very special milestone for me, because there's a thing that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I haven't really had occasion to do, but this fundraiser has given us the kind of impetus to push into this. There's a streamer by the name of Demon King Ruzo, who I adore. Ruzo is amazing. Ruzo's so good, and he's currently, like, he's one of the big inspirations for a lot of my interactive redeems. Stuff like the battle system that we were doing for a while. Ruzo is the inspiration for that. He used to have all kinds of really cool bells and whistles on his stream, a bunch of really cool stuff, some cool breaks where you do quizzes about the streamer. Honestly inspired stuff, really, really cool. And now he's doing something different. He's on a training arc as a Kaizo Mario streamer. It's literally all he streams, and he's gotten so good at it. We put Hepper in a Mario game, let's go. Hey, Magna, spoilers. Spoilers. At $14,000, me and Ruzo and probably Prin will do a collab together, and Ruzo's gonna school us in the art of the Kaizo Mario. And we'll stream this. It'll be a collab probably here on the channel, maybe on his as well, maybe we'll co-stream it, I don't know. we'll work out the details later, but I got his permission to talk about this. We're gonna team up. We'll team up and do some Mario together at 14,000 in the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. We'll have multiple screams up maybe, or maybe we'll just play Mario Maker 2 levels together. I don't know. It's gonna be rad as hell. Bop, bop, bop. I'm really excited about it. I think it's super cool. See, look, Fina's got a Rizzo emote right there. Look at him go. Look at him go. He's schmovin'. He's schmovin'. It says here you play TTRPGs. Have you ever tried your hand at designing stuff for any of them? Salty Jump, we do an actual play. We do a live play streamed game on twitch.tv/oceanax every Sunday. Not this week because of the fundraiser, but next week we'll be coming back to it. It's called Expanse Enduring. We have a YouTube channel. I'm the GM for Expanse Enduring. Hi, nice to meet you. My name's Esper Lightwing. I'm your companion fairy, and I'm a TTRPG nerd like crazy. I will say, there is a special kind of power in, that's an interesting milestone. Over $1,000 away from we are. Boy, I'd like to see that content. And being able to pull the trigger on that. There is a special kind of flex in, I want to see that content. Alexandria. To say I don't have the emotional language to describe how I feel in this moment is to do emotional dysregulation a grave disservice. I don't know how to react. I'm a streamer. Professionally, I react. I react to things for a living. What I do is react to things. That's my job. I have made this my full-time job for 5 years. And Alexandria, I don't know how to react. I don't know what is appropriate in this moment. I don't know what face to wear. I don't know what words to say. I don't know how to phrase things. You have already given over $3,000 to the fundraiser. And that's another over $1,000 donation. Pull the trigger, make some noise. The flop sweat that I have just acquired. My parasympathetic nervous system is trying to eject from my body. My stomach has developed new definitions of gravity. Alexandria, thank you? Is thank you the right words? Is that what humans would say in this moment? Russo, the man of the hour! Russo, guess what we just unlocked? Guess what Alexandria saw? Like, oh, Demon King Russo, he seems cool. BAM! Alexandria was like, oh, that content you're talking about over $1,000 away? Buckle up, motherfucker! Alexandria, holy shit, thank you so much. That's a life-altering amount of money. I hope you understand that. I hope you understand that you have just dropped a life-altering amount of money on this stream. Like, this is not like Hesper is covered for a month. This is like Hesper alters the trajectory of her life in a permanent way. I hope you understand that. Just, I hope you get that. I hope you truly understand the gravity of that. So hi Russo! Welcome into Demon King Russo, one of the coolest streamers I know. A really genuine, really kind, really amazing dude. Who is gonna take me and probably printers through some Kaizo Mario, or maybe we'll play Mario Maker 2 together or something. I don't know. Details TBD. It's the You Are Mr. Gay milestone, but I didn't want to call it that for fear that Tiltify would block the funds if I put the word gay in it. So the You Are Mr. Gay milestone, or I guess he Mr. Gay now, because the Super Mario Galaxy movie says he Mr. Gay, because you do not play as Mr. Gay. You are not Mr. Gay. He is Mr. Gay. It'll be more than you can imagine. Get hyped for it. I'm in ambitious mode now. I can hear it in your voice, and that's so exciting. Ruzo, we're gonna talk about this, I guess, after the fundraiser is over. We'll talk about scheduling and figuring out when we're gonna do it. I've been looking forward to doing something with you for a million years, dude. Like, there are, like, I would say there are 3 streamers on my I want to collab with them list. I'd like, more than anything, since I started streaming, I have wanted to do something with these 3 streamers. And those 3 streamers are Fangu, Liminal Lark, and Demon King Ruzo. This is a dream come true for me. I would fucking kill to do a collab with you, dude. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for teaming up with me for this one, Ruzo. I'm so excited. So there's like this anime you haven't watched yet where this witch girl has to collect tears of happiness to reverse a curse on her or something, and here you are, a twitchy witch making people cry tears of happiness. The thing is my body is doing, I don't know about crying, Alexandria, but I think it has done some biological processes I don't have a name for in the last 2 days because of you. There aren't words. There just aren't words, and I don't, like, what do I have to offer you that is of equivalent value? Like, it's not transactional because it can't be by definition, because I do not have enough to offer you to thank you properly. There just isn't. I'll do my best. Gamers, Alexandria, shouts to Alexandria, who has personally shouldered more than 25% of this whole fundraiser. Personally shouldered more than 25% of this full fundraiser. Like I said, I wasn't gonna do that. Sorry, just loosen it. 1 second, please. I said I was gonna hold it together today. I've been trying so hard to hold it the fuck together. My squeedly spooch is spoochin', and I have such plentiful organs. So, shouts to Alexandria, who to quote your story that you said in chat yesterday, you had a homophobic family member die, and you have delighted in taking their money and advancing the queer cause among. You're basically keeping the trans tuber side of Twitch alive. Listen, I know you normally target cowgirls. Is it because I was a cowgirl? Do you want to see the other cowgirl? Do you want to see? Do you want to see Celeste? Do you want to see her? I can look here. I'll show you. I've showed her on stream before. I redesigned my cowgirl model, and there's no version of my future where I have enough money to get a Selly model. But look, this is my art. There she is. I redesigned my cowgirl. She's a little arcade cowgirl. She lives in an arcade. She's part Game Genie. She's 1/2 Game Genie on her mother's side. Oswald McFly! Oswald McFly, thank you so much for $50 to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser! Oswald! Hi, I fell in. The hole was too large and I fell in. Oz. Yeah, and you might notice she has to things in my life. She embodies various things.
1/2 Game Genie hero.
1/2 Game Genie, the half Game Genie hero. Even with your warning, I fell in. Oz, thank you so much for donating $50 to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. If there's a particular incentive you were looking forward to,
pigeons.
You didn't pick anything, but there's a couple of dono incentives that we could get you hooked up with for sure. Stuff by Noelle, or stuff by Scott, or stuff by Valera, or whatever. Oz, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me. I don't like asking for help, and I have gotten more than I ever asked for. We hit the Super Mario milestone. So we're gonna team up with Ruzo. It's gonna be awesome. Also, Aaron Sagacity. Literally, while I've been talking about the milestones, we've been hitting them. So let's move on then, because I will outrun this dono bar if it fucking kills me. Prolo slot is in 35 minutes, and I have to raid out to Prolo to kick off day 3 of the fundraiser officially. So we're gonna move on, and I'm gonna outrun this. Yeah, no LMD. LMD is my real life. They're a goblin. They're amazing. Like, I'm trans, I'm pan, I'm polyamorous, and LMD has been more than supportive. LMD has been my lifeline, my rock, my anchor. They call me their moonlight, and I call them my stars. We are a unit together. We are moving through life in this life as one unit together, and LMD is mirroring my emotions in a way that I don't have the emotional capacity to carry right now. 15,000, the kobold milestone! Oppa! 15,000, the kobold milestone happens. Scaly Saturday becomes a permanent thing on the stream, and Saturdays will be devoted to a kobold. That's the thing. That's a joy for me that I would love to unlock. I would love to have this responsibility to be forced to do kobold Scaly Saturdays every week. I think that's incredible. But more than that, it's the kobold's plural milestone. Because Scaly Saturday was always about celebrating the joy that I had when I was a kobold streamer, when I was meeting all of my kobold friends and doing all of the kobold content. I had so much fun with it. There's so much to do with it. And I know so many kobolds. So many kobolds. And so I'll be joining forces with some kobolds current and some kobolds past, who I have asked to rejoin me in the world of kobold. If we hit $15,000 in what I thought was an insane reach, now suddenly seems within reach, I will make Scaly Saturdays a permanent part of the stream moving forward, and we will do kobold stuff. My breath has returned gradually to my lungs after Alexandria's donation. I hope... My only hope, Alexandria, in this moment is that you do not feel my reaction to be underwhelming. My fear is that you are going to look at my battered and broken corpse that I am puppeting around like a solo project weekend at Bernie's right now. That's it.
You become a kobold, and you become a kobold. Everyone becomes a kobold.
Bye-bye, Hepper.
That's it. I said I was going to outrun the dono bar. There were $1,000 more to clear. I thought there was no way I was not going to outrun the dono bar. Okay. I hope from the bottom of my heart that you do not find my reaction underwhelming or in some way read me as ungrateful or not utterly devastated emotionally by your kindness and your generosity, because I'm just trying to hold it together. I am just trying to hold it together. I'm trying to find the words. I'm trying to find the right... I'm autistic. I'm on the spectrum. I'm a spectrum creator. I struggle sometimes to find the words that a human would use. I feel like an alien who doesn't speak the same language. Sometimes someone will say something to me or greet me in a way and I don't have the mechanics for it. I don't know the words. I don't know the steps to the dance. And I try my best. And usually I cope with comedy because I don't need to know the right reaction if I made you laugh. If I was silly instead of genuine, that's a thing I know how to do. That's a step I understand. I don't need to read the social cues if I can just make you laugh. I can make you smile. That's what I know how to react to. And, so I hope I feel a great responsibility to react in a way that is appropriate and satisfying for you, because you have done me such an incredible and unspeakable kindness. You have done for me something that I don't know how to repay and I don't know how to react to. There's no silly response to that. Like, I hope I made you smile with my Brennan Lee Mulligan monologue about my biological functions after the last one, Alexandria, but 65 just put $1,500 in the tank after already donating hundreds. 65, is that number fucking correct, 65? Is that not a typo? Also, while I'm reeling, Nova and Darker Midnight, excuse me. I didn't make you dark enough. Darker Midnight have both donated more, pushing us to within $500 of this insane stretch goal that I set. I'm trying, Draco. I'm trying. Tag your genuine compliments are like a baseball bat. JCVK, thank you for the first time chat. Welcome in. It's wonderful to meet you. My name's Hesper Lightwing. I'm your companion fairy, and today I really and truly feel like I am your companion fairy. And I've been on my own for a lot of my life. I've been a stray cat for most of my life. Finally fucking settled in and found a family. Did some cowgirl. And that was really fun. It felt real good to be part of something. Be slow and sleepy and let other people take care of me. And boy, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard holding this together. It's I thought there was no way. I thought it was impossible that we were gonna... I thought 16,000 was a stupid and insane number. I'd be covered. I thought I would be good on the stretch goals. I thought I what the so, okay, let's talk about what just happened. 65, Alexandria, folks, people, friends, talking about, oh, rad. I got a DM from Nowlin. We're gonna open up another Nowlin slot for the AU drawings. After this stream, I'll get on that. Nowlin DM'd me and booped me about reopening a new slot. How to defeat the belief people won't show. I don't know, Fatagan, you did that for me. That wasn't me who did that. That was you who did that. I don't know how to do that. I am your companion fairy. That's my job, to know how to beat bosses, and you're the one who did that. That was you. That was you what did that thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Kite. So, little known bit of lore. I, of course, live in Solmus, the top layer of Solmus, being Igrialt. It's by a big lake. And that's the land of the dead. Think like Hades, you know? But it's also where the demon princes live. It's where the Dreadlands begin. It's part of Enum's lore. It's a very important and I will say dangerous part of the Expanse. In your terminology, you might refer to it as hell if you were reductive. See you in hell, Plumie. Have fun in hell, Plumie. I mean, you're not entirely wrong. We have a wonderful enchantment, woven by yours truly, that protects me from the greater rigors of living in hell. I don't live alone. Now you may have heard this if you subscribe to the deep lore, but I don't live alone. And my compatriot, Ray, thank you so much for the donation to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. I appreciate that so much. My name is Hisphere Plumie. You can call me Plumie, that's fine. And I'm a kobold. 1 snoot for snoofles, 2 pokers for hitting, 2 floopers for listens, and 1 big swoosher around back for tailing, as you can see. And that's kobolds. So I don't live alone. I've never lived alone. Just my compatriot is somewhat quieter than me. Where I handle most of the magical affairs, he is more of the, let's say, physical persuasion. He is, I dare not say the word bloodthirsty, but one must engage in a certain amount of carnal carnage to survive in a place like Igrialt. And while I maintain the enchantment that protects our little cottage, which you have seen multiple times in numerous pieces of art, we share it. It's a cottage, a workshop, a library. It's a wonderful, comfortable little home for two kobolds living in hell. A certain amount of bloodthirstiness is appropriate for one in Igrialt. I mean, you haven't met the demon princes because, what's her name? Hesper. But that's the emotional state we're in today. We're all very excited. Hesper's game, Expanse Enduring, explores the lore and world of Enum and its various permutations. And in an effort to teach you how to be more like a local of Enum, like myself, she's sharing it in the form of a TTRPG, but you haven't explored the Dreadlands. You haven't explored the Demon Princes. You haven't learned about Igrialt or Solmus or the other 8 levels. So there are things that you haven't seen, and I suppose you're going to get to see them. Because Scaly Saturdays officially are back on the menu. Permanently moving forward, I, yours truly, as my contribution to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser, will be taking over on Saturdays. And I look greatly forward to this. And also I may take a few different forms over the course of this, because we may have a sneaky little 2.0 model coming, which I'm very excited about, as a incredible kindness from a member of the community by the name of Kobold Val. Das a kobold, as they say. Can I play your game when it comes out? That's a great question, Empress Hold. That's a wonderful question. I would like to say that Hesper will release it to the public in general, but I do not know if she has the capacity to release a public-facing game in any form that will be good enough. But we'll see. She is an amateur game developer. So maybe. The goal is to release it in a playable form on the Discord, even if it's janky prototype. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, my compatriot, Kay, will at some point become visible to you. He's going to make an appearance on stream at some point, and I'm very excited about this. I think the man who has kept me safe from the... Again, I'm a mage. I'm nothing without my warrior. Anyone who's read Dragonlance can tell you this. Maybe he can tell you about some of the monsters he's fought, or some of the psychological factors of living in Solmus. He's good at those. I would say there's a fair degree of horror theming in Igrialt. It's a big lake, after all. It would not make sense if it didn't have a masked killer wielding a knife somewhere nearby. It's not really my sort of thing. I deal with more the arcane. But I suppose I did solve that puzzle box that one time. What was that name again? Igrialt! Igrialt. Like so. It's a big lake at the top of Solmus. It's the first test for those walking the path of Solmus, walking the grave path. You could so far as to say, we foiling. Oh, we foiling. Okay, we foiling. Good morning, Ichigo Tomago. But anyway, Kobold celebration aside, we've unlocked that milestone. Incredible, incredible. The Kobold's milestone, Scaly Saturday, is going to be returning as a permanent fixture of the stream. So, look forward to that. But I should give now that she's had a chance to breathe and regain her composure, I should give the stream back to the fairy, my fairy companion. So, but I'll see you soon. In about a week. So, yeah, I had a chance to catch my breath while the kobold was talking, and we did clear the kobold's milestone. Thanks to 65 for a $1,500 donation that I am still not 1,000% confident was not in error, but they did send me a DM. And the content of this DM is a suggestion that I should move the goal to $20,000. And then included the words "at least," and I don't know if I'm mentally prepared to handle that. So to talk about this, we have cleared the $10,000 goal for my surgery and medical care, the $12,000 goal, the stretch goal to permanently remove my facial hair, my beard, and mustache that I have struggled with. My confidence has taken a hit every day of my life. I can't look in mirrors, and maybe I will be able to at some point. Maybe I'll even try makeup, who knows? Maybe I will not feel so dysphoric all the time. $12,000 is covered. $13,000, the color changing milestone. I will add color changing features to all of my models. $14,000, the Super Mario milestone. Demon King Ruzo will be hosting a collab with me and probably printers, who I just haven't final confirmed with yet. But if nothing else, she will be there in a color commentary capacity. I know she's just afraid about sucking at Mario. I suck at Mario too, so it's fair. $15,000, the Kobold's milestone. Scaly Saturday makes a permanent return to the stream, becomes a permanent part of the schedule. If you come here on Saturday, expect to see a Kobold. Just in perpetuity moving forward until the next rebrand, which I hope is a long way away, leaving $16,000 where Hesper becomes credit debt free, which we are $400 away from. We're $400 away from being free of credit debt again. Because we did the Faunathon a couple years ago. Like 3 years ago. It's 2022, right? And we moved to get to safety and comfort. We moved away from a bad situation to a good situation, and it cost more than the Faunathon raised, but the Faunathon enabled us to do it. It made us able to do it. Level 1 Cleric, thank you so much for the $5 donation to the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. That's tremendous. It's very kind of you, and I really appreciate you donating your hard-earned money to the fundraiser. The Faunathon left us with some debt. It was incredible. It enabled us to move, but it wasn't quite enough. We had to pay more than we thought to move our stuff, and our housing situation took a hit, and we've been carrying around some credit debt since then. In addition to when we bought a house, we bought a cheap, kind of low-end house in the suburbs. It's not an ideal house, but it's a starter home. It's our little home, and I love it. And it came with a lot of price tags that we didn't anticipate. So we have about $4,000 in outstanding credit debt that is not included in the surgery financing from the original fundraiser 10,000 goal. So the $16,000 goal clears us. It frees us of that. So that if our car does break, if our transmission does drop out in the middle of the day, we will be free to take on another car payment and get something cheap and serviceable, which we could not do right now. And I do not know what would happen if the car died tomorrow without this, which we have almost reached. There is a pitifully small amount left, and I cannot believe that is true. I cannot believe I'm saying that I will need to come up with another stretch goal. But here we are. This is the timeline we live in. I thought I was going to outrun the dono bar today. I really did. And 2 times it caught up with me while I was talking about the things on the dono bar. Thank you so much for the follow, new friend. Welcome to the Glade. My name is Hesper Lightwing. I'm your companion fairy. It is wonderful to meet you. So, and yeah, let me I don't have it set up right now. Hold on. Let me double check and see if there's anything worth setting up right now. Okay. The silo is currently empty. Missile, the feral cat that I've been taking care of, and Rocket, the feral cat that I've been taking care of, and the white one and the black one. All 4 of them are not present at the heated cat shelter that we set up for them. I did put out some food for them, so I'm expecting them by later. But don't know, bar on you like this is DVD. Yeah, but without all the Scott Cawthon shit in it. Aim 9. Well, then it could be Amy. That's not bad, because Missile and Rocket are both gender-neutral terms for things that would go in a silo. So that's kind of the requirement. Because Missile could be Missy or Mr. if I find out the gender of the cat. And Rocket could be Rocky, and Rocky's good enough and gender-neutral anyway. Remember when you thought you wouldn't even get half of the original amount? Foolish, clownish dingus. I wear this horn nose with pride. I'm a clown. I put on my clown makeup when I was preparing for the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. We are $395 away from the Insano mode stretch goal I set. And I am speechless. Truly and actually and honestly speechless. Hi, Fuffle. Holy crap. Thank you for jamming your finger into my schnozzle. We have an ad break in 5 minutes, gamers. It's going to be a 3-minute ad break. 3-minute ad break to kill pre-rolls for newcomers to the stream. I can't snooze it. I only have 1 snooze left. So, we'll go through that ad break and then we'll raid Prolo. We got 5 minutes left to talk. Pretty much is what that boils down to. And then we'll have a little outro before we raid Prolo, our first stop on day 3 of the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. Do not touch that dial. We have more than 10 incredible content creators lined up for you with special events and special incentives and interactive bonuses on their streams, a bunch of really incredible things. You want to make Bagel eat a whole orange with the peel? It's $15 to make Bagel take a bite of an orange with the peel. It's nuts. It's truly something. Everybody's lined up some incredible incentives, some milestone rewards, and some amazing things that are going to take months to fulfill, and we are going to do it. Kaizad, thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate you so much. I can't wait to be Kobo with you. It's been a long time coming. Some of you may remember when we took a little scouting trip to Minnesota. I talked about that on stream like 3 years ago. That's when we started talking about that. Meta Knight, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you for 8 months of subscription. I appreciate you so much. Fight me. So as for Happy Arc is all you've truly ever wanted. Siren, hi, thank you so much. Boy, the emotions are hard to process today. The Shinkansen of this fundraiser has run over Bagel's entire incentive list at this point by accident. Truly, Bagel's gonna eat so many oranges, y'all. They are never gonna get sick again. Their vitamin C is going to flood their system. Osmosis Jones is going to be devastated. So we're $495 away, $395, excuse me, $395 away from the $16,000 goal. I will come up with some other milestones. I don't know what else there is. Like, what do I set? Hesper can afford a better car? I gotta look into the tax stuff on this too, because like, if it's not a medical fundraiser, I don't know if I have to pay taxes on it or not. And adding a credit debt to it does technically, I mean, it's still a medical fundraiser because it's medical transportation. It is still a medical need. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'll have to talk to somebody smarter than me about it. Anyway, point is, we'll figure that out in the future. This is an incredible and mind-blowing success. The Arby's on McKnight Road at the Arby's on McKnight Road. I would go to the Arby's on McKnight Road with you, Siren. So thank goodness there's an ad break coming up because I don't have a lot of words left. 16,000. There's an unlock. That's what I was talking about. At 16,000, there's an unlock. At 16,000, Pokemon Fight Club finally happens. $16,000, that thing I've been talking about, where I get my friends together and we do a bracketed style tournament across multiple streams. an amateur bullshit tournament where none of us know about how to raise Pokemon competitively. Yeah, we'll do that. An underground Pokemon fighting championship, no holds barred, except plenty of holds barred because we're gonna have a lot of restrictions on type and choices so that we don't get sweaty. I'm very excited. Yeah, Power of 2 enjoyers. That was one of my first things I ever saw about 65's username. It's an important number. It's all powers of 2. Computer numbers, the important computer numbers. That's what all of my old stream redeems channel points. Some of them still, my hydrate redeem still costs a power of 2 because of that. Because I became a VTuber as a cowgirl AI, and all of my redeems were powers of 2. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get some more water. I am out of water. I have cried too much, and I have run out of water. So, new car would be $40K. To buy it outright, yeah. New car is $40,000. Hey, 65, please, gamers, please don't overextend yourselves, okay? Please don't go too hard. Please don't go so hard that you are foregoing bills or food or something. Please only donate things that you have to spare. That 65, that's... Y'all fighting each other tooth and nail for the top donor slot. It's not sorted by amount. 65, you are close to Alexandria's record. I hope you know that. Thank you so much for the incredible donation. You're done for now. Bagel has to get oranges later. Please feed Bagel oranges. Please. And if they start getting sick, please stop feeding them oranges. I don't know if they're gonna have the restraint. Looks like Prolo is live now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, Prolo's live now. We're gonna get through the ad break and then we're gonna raid out. Cool of her to go live early. Prolo is a wonderful fairy VTuber. She's a pink fairy. She was kind enough to offer to take a slot in this fundraiser, which is a lot of work to prepare incentives and to take the slot and to pick a themed game and to play along with the requirements of the fundraiser. And Prolo is very sweet. I met Prolo like a year and a half ago, and we're both pink fairies. Hey Wolf, hi Wolfwings, hi, hello. Hello Wolfwings, good morning. Good morning to you Wolfwings, hi. Hi, hello Wolfwings, we thank you so much for the $200 dono on top of everything you've already given. I'm leaning on my mic stand right now because I can't hold myself up. It's just not happening. Guess I gotta figure out Pokemon Fight Club. Hey, heroes, anybody in chat want to help me organize a Pokemon Fight Club and help me design like tiers and stuff? Because I don't know,
Nice Shoto.
There's some stuff I don't know about like designing and like what makes it more interesting or fun, or maybe somebody wants to help. We'll do a bracketed style tournament across like a couple of months, like a season, you know, like a sports season. The idea is it's instead of not bracketed style tournament, a round robin style tournament. I've been saying the wrong thing. The kind of thing where you have like a draft, you know, and like everybody fights everybody at least once. And then you tally up the points. There just aren't words. Round robin is the word. Yeah, Mino. That's the term. That's the term, Mino. Hi, Sluggy friend. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the donation. That's incredible. Now, when I did get your DM too, I will have to add that slot to your redeems. Thank you so much for providing so much art to donors as a thank you. Ad break ends in 20 seconds, and we're going to talk about Prolo. Boy, this has been... Heroes, we were at not quite 13 when my slot today started. You know, I wasn't gonna do this. I was gonna just rest. I was gonna rest on my laurels. I was just gonna let people handle it and to take their advice, but I decided, no, you know what? I'm gonna kick off every day with a stream of my own and raid into the first streamer so that we can get some extra momentum and I can be present, you know, for the thing we're raising money for me. I want to be here for everybody. $16,000 goal has been hit. 60% more than the original amount has been raised. Yeah, Magna seems like a good move. Seems like it worked out for me. Seems like it worked out for me and my wife. Misa, hi, good morning. Good morning, Misa, good morning.
We fixing this fairy, friends.
It's funny, because in order to fix things, sometimes you gotta break them more, and you did a real good job on that, Slimin. Good morning, Misa. Good morning! My emotions are really hard to describe right now. I'm experiencing new colors. So we're gonna raid into the Prolo. Prolo is a pink fairy. She's wonderful, she's amazing, she's super sweet, she's super kind, and she is taking a slot in the fundraiser to kick off our day 3 of the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. That's all I got, gamers. I'll be back. I'll be on people's streams. I'll be fluttering in and out as my body allows. I'm gonna take a minute to breathe and probably hyperventilate and maybe sob a little bit, and then I'm gonna hang out and gonna be vibing in people's streams and channels throughout the day. So my content has not come to an end yet today. 65. Thank you for another 50. Not to 50. We're gonna raid Prolo. It's gonna be so rad. I will be in and out of people's content throughout the day. And I will be fluttering in and out as the companion fairy while people are doing stuff, so please look forward to it. But we have a series of incredible creators lined up for you on day 3. Oh, Diggy, I'm dry. I need more water before I can do that. We have an incredible series of content creators coming up for day 3 of the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser. Thank you so much for helping me kick this off with I would say with a bang, but like, I think this kind of bang is the kind of bang that creates new universes, so... Oh, my Biku bot broke! Oh, cool. Misa's just there staring at me ominously. That's a good thing to raid out on. Raid the Prolo. That's the right username, right? There she is. Look at that. She's a pink fairy. She's amazing. She's super fun. Give her a lot of love. We have the Fix-A-Fairy Fundraiser raid message.
Yeah, Pepper.
There you go. I didn't even have to.
Or water.
Or water. If you have a subscription to me, which Alexandria dropped a ton of yesterday, you can use that cool flutter emote. If not, you have the Diggy's first post. There is one that doesn't include any of my channel emotes. And if you're interested in a fairy flutter emote of your own, the top 10 donors of this donathon will receive one from Renmu. Possibly 15? We haven't officially opened the slot yet, but she did say if we hit a certain goal, a certain milestone, she would open 5 more slots. I don't know where that milestone is, but god damn. Misa actually has one of Ren's fairy flutter emotes on her channel now.
I'm staring.
So, gamers, let's raid out to Prolo. Let's give her a lot of love. I'll be in her chat for a little bit, and then I'm going to figure out what to do from there. So let's flutter off to Prolo. Let's join her and enjoy a wonderful and exciting and joyful stream with Prolo. This is the victory lap, gamers, and I don't know what to do with myself. I'll see you over there!
Yay, Prolo.